Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. We're going to be doing some more work in the waterfall journal that I'm making. I have put some papers in, but I think it needs some more papers in between. This is from Witchcraft You Do. I put it in next. I thought the colours matched. I've got an envelope sort of wrap around there ready to go. I'm just going to leave it there. I haven't done anything else. I've got the other, I cut that envelope up, so there's the other bit here. So we've just got and I've created a envelope page here as well, but it's just, I feel it just needs some more. Just don't think it's got enough in there. I might just actually leave those out for now, because otherwise it's going to be anyway. I haven't sewed anything in because I sort of like to do things where I do the elements first and then do the sewing in after. I know that Gail Castellini, which I use, I'm taking this inspiration from, does it the other way around, where she does the sewing in and then does the things afterwards. But I'm not that confident in doing that yet, so we'll just do it the way that I prefer. So this is going to be, it's broken, so maybe I can fix it with something else on the top. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Got one paper there, just need something there, so we need to do it. I'm just going to measure from the lines that I've got already there. Just do a bit of a, hopefully that's sort of on the line. That's a good thing about graph paper. This is from a book I picked up second hand. Graph book. I like the graph lines on this one. It's nice, and the paper's actually really quite good. Let's have a look. So that goes like that. And like that, it's hidden there. And is it hidden on the other side? A little bit. Just has a little bit hanging over, so we'll just cut that bit off. Just use my scissors for that, because I just follow the lines. Excuse me a minute, as soon as I start talking, my throat feels like it's catching. Out of practice of talking after having no videos for ages. So I've got a line paper there, that there, paper there. That's the envelope. That's another bit of paper. Nothing there. So I'm going to put some more in. I'm going to use a bit of I bought these and I couldn't see what they were in the packet. It's a bit of a shame really, because they're not really paper, and I still need to find somewhere that does. But I've got a whole heap of these, so I'm just going to use them up. But I was looking for paper ones. It's funny because they don't seem to, like, somebody said to me they're always in the cheap shops, and I think, and I've yet to see them in the cheap shops. I found this in the cheap shop in Victoria when we were on holiday at Lakes Entrance, but I haven't seen any in South Australia. But then we've only got Cheapest Chips and Reject Shop near me, and if I went to other cheap shops they might have some, but haven't gone looking for a while, because one with a shoulder of surgery I had, and then how do I want this one? And then with my knee surgery, it's just been, haven't been able to drive very much really this year. Like, can't keep asking Tony to take the place. Plus this, I have to admit that being in pain doesn't make you sort of feel very conducive to doing anything. Should I do it that way around? Let's do it that way around. Something a bit different. So we've got that there, that there. And what does it matter if we see the, let's have a look. We see the, can't see it there, but we can see it here. But does that matter really? Because it's sort of, could just trim it off a little bit. I'm a bit loath to use my cutter for this because it's so thin. Let's just draw a bit of a line here, using the other one behind as a bit of a guide here. So I hope this, you're all well and having a good weekend. I'm doing this on a Sunday and I'm way in advance of when I'll put it out, but that's, I like to sort of be in front of myself, if you know what I mean. It helped me when I went into hospital, having some videos when I was in hospital. So it needs a bit of a rubber because I've got through to the line underneath. Right, so we've got that one there. So we've got two there. Two there. Should we just have one there? Two in the next one. Let's have a look what I've got. This is from a second-hand book. Do I want to do it this way? There's two there. So we'll just tear it very gently down the middle. And just trim it up a little bit. Where the sort of like join was in the book. Trouble is, I have to fold this one as well. I could just trim around the outside of the lines and see if that helps. And I probably should use my trimmer, but I'm not. And all these people who use a ruler and tear that way, again, I don't feel confident. I've only been doing junk journals really for not for that very long really, when you think about it. So there's lots still I've got, just don't know how to, don't know. Or just, this is a confidence thing. I mean, I've been making cards for ages, but because with cards I've always used a trimmer. The whole tearing thing is not in my nature, so what I'm used to, I should say, not in my nature, what I'm used to. And so I think it depends on, you know, I do tear some things, but I just don't feel confident. Let's have a look. That goes there. So just excuse me a minute, I'm just going to take my jacket off because this light is very warm. So I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. I hope you can still see. Maybe we should just do a bit more up one. Oh, I never remember which way it goes now. That way, I think it is. Alright. One there, so we need two here. So let's have a look. What have I got? I've got this weekly wellness tracker. The grey sort of goes with this colour here. So we could fold that up on the line that says dinner. And that line there. So you can see both sides. And then fold it. Is that a line? Is that a pencil mark? It is too. I have to put something there. Just fold it. Again, I'm using the inside to sort of give me a bit of a guide. I think I've done that wrong. Should be that way around maybe, rather than that way. Because I do it that way, then you've got the, should have done it that way. Oh dear. I tell you, this is a good doing this is a good lesson in how to orientate things. Okay, that goes there. Is that all? 2, 1, and there. I might actually put another one of these. So how many sheets have I got all together? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that might be enough. 14. That's not really enough, really, is it really? By the time you put things in there, okay, could be enough. This is showing, so I've got to work out how to stop that from showing. Alright, what should we do? I could just do it flipping over that way. Like that. Right. Hopefully that'll work. So I might, these plain edged ones, I might use my punch and a border punch that I have and do a bit of a, should I just do the border on this side, the big border, and just keep the other side plain. We'll see. So I start in the middle, and I bought this. This is this is just my craft one, because I used to have a Martha Stewart one in it a long time ago, and it just broke. So I was so pleased that I found this one, because I quite like the edging of this one. Is it called doily pattern? I think it is. Again, I just googled. Good old Google. Oh, that's not very punched out very well, is that really? Good old Google. Brings up all sorts of things. Okay. Where's the other one? There. And there's the envelope. This one here. So I might actually do the edging on this one here on the first side. Let's hopefully get this one right. Got to match it up with the pattern. Obviously I'm not matching it up very well. Okay, that'll do for now, and then I'm going to make some pockets with lots of envelopes, so which is a bit different for me. I don't normally do that, so I'm going to put this first pocket here. It's going to be a flip out pocket, so we'll just take, this is why I like to do it this way, my journals this way, so I can just work on things. I want to, the reason why I'm doing a flip out, so you can still see this beautiful pattern here, and then use it as a what am I going to use it as, Kate? This pocket. So let's have a look. I'm going to glue that one. Do I want to glue it all the way down, or just use it as a tuck spot maybe? We could do that, couldn't we? Let's just glue this bit first. No, I'm not going to do that, because who was I watching? Who was I watching? Carol from, not the Paper Outpost. Oh, I can never remember her name. Sorry, it was terrible of me. She used lace took the plastic out and put lace there, which I thought was really pretty. So you've got lace through the window. So I've got this really, really pretty lace. Really pretty lace that I like to haul. But if I put it in the window, I won't be able to see the side edges of it, so I can't use that one. It's a bit too wide. So what else have I got here? I've got a couple of containers of lace, and we're going to be using. I've been looking through this one here. Let's have a look. I want to use white or pink. This pink one here, that's too. Is that going to be wide enough? So I could use the pink, but then I could use the pink through the ribbon. Why not? Let's do that. Because I can't remember how she did this bit, and I just. Well, it doesn't matter if I don't do it right, because I've got plenty of envelopes. Bought a whole heap from my local Salvage and Save. A whole box full for not very much. So I was lucky. Salvage and Save is a place where the recycling goes from the rubbish collection, and they take out what they can save and they sell it in their shop. So it's a good place to check out. So if I put that there behind the window, you can still feel it through the window, and it's sort of like that. I think that would work. Just got to do it so that it doesn't break. So how am I going to use this? Sorry, you probably can't see. I don't want to take that off really, because it means I've got to glue it down again. Make sure this nozzle is unblocked. Keep an eye on the time to see how we go. Time, how much I've got done, I've got no idea. So not too sure how many people make junk journals using the things that I do, like using collection and then doing the second-hand stuff as well. I've seen people make journals just using scrapbooking collections. I've seen people using digitals. Lots of people use digitals, which I've got one digital kit that I wanted to use to try. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing here, but it's very tricky to try and show you and do what I'm doing at the same time. This is gonna, I think I'm gonna have to take that off. It's gonna, otherwise it's not gonna work. That's better. Okay, in there like that. So it's glued down on the edges. I have to have a bit more glue. So it shows through the window, and you can feel it, so it'd be tactile. Oops. So yesterday, my youngest daughter and her husband had a corporate box, because my youngest son-in-law is the manager of the business where he works, and so they had a corporate box, and then for the local football, South Australia, Australian rules football, which is in the Adelaide Oval, so they went there, and then they had a voucher to use at the hotel afterwards, so they stayed there, and their two sons, we were going to have them, and then I said I didn't think I would be able to do them because I'm still in, everything still hurts. Everything still hurts. So anyway, that's not very straight, is it really? And so they all stayed at my eldest daughter's place. They've got a daughter, 3 of them, and they went to Science Alive yesterday, which they liked the robots. They had a go at drone driving. I love the cinnamon donuts. I'm a bit partial to cinnamon donuts myself, really, especially when they're hot. Right, so let's have a look now. Why did I have it? Oh, that's right. How soon we forget. Put the glue down there. I'm going to put some glue down there so that it sticks on the edges here. Just make sure it's got enough glue. And then this is going to be the flip over. Still thinking of maybe doing it on 3 sides. So we're just going to do it on the top, the bottom, and smack down the middle on that crease. It probably needs to be stuck down on that side. Anyway, let's have a look. Where's my, excuse me, here's my thing that I want to put it on. Going to do a bit like that, and hopefully it'll be enough to sort of stick down. Now this needs an edging here because it's going to be, maybe needs a clasp or something. I might have to do a little clasp or something rather, but we're going to decorate this first, and then we might, then I'm going to do a, what did I do? I stuck it down there and I need to cut it up the top there, didn't I? No, there it is. There's the flapper for me. Then that stuck down the flap and couldn't use it, so that would have been hopeless. Sorry, I'm just going to put my journal to one side, my punch, my ruler. I don't think I need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Just got some. Here's all my. Oh, excuse me a minute. Just a minute. Alright. Here's my box of goodies that I've got to go with the collection. There's a bit of. This comes in the kit, so I did emboss this. It's on the back of one of those. Whether I'll use it or not, I don't know. But it's got all these little. Got all these journaling cards which will go perfectly in there. Which one shall I use? It's got all these beautiful girls on the back, and I might put that there and then put something on the back to make it look a bit bigger because it's a bit small. There's this gorgeous one here. They're all really lovely. Hard to choose which one, really. Aren't they lovely? They're all drawn in-house by Liddell Quinn, who's a designer in the Uniquely Creative website. So I think I'll use, I quite like this young person here, so I'm going to use her. But she needs to be on something else because she's a bit small. So I might grab a bit of, should I use a bit of this cardstock here, which is work perfectly as an edging. I quite like that, the way that works. So we're going to do that. Cut straight on the line. Going to, and because I don't need to, these sort of collections I don't ink with anything that's sort of like detracts away from the colour, or I should say that I wouldn't use vintage photo on this. I would use probably pink or nothing at all, because that's just, because I think it just wouldn't work. But that's a personal preference. I mean, you might like to use vintage photo and everything. I do use a lot of vintage photo, don't get me wrong, but I think for this particular instance I won't use that. So that's going to go in there like that. Or should I put them in, put her around that way, and then have something on the back, so there's room on the back there for something to write on. Just doing, that goes there like that. That's enough. Just perhaps need something else, because it's just sort of, could have stuck it down the bottom here, I suppose. So that's all right. That's all right. We'll just decorate this as well. I've got some. What else have I got? We could decorate it with this, couldn't we? It's a bit bright, isn't it, really? With the paper, do you reckon it goes? It's a bit bright. I used pickled raspberries. A pickled raspberry used on that one. Can't remember. It's a bit bright. Might have to not use that and use something different. Let's have a look. Got this beautiful paper here. And it doesn't bother me that it's going to take up the whole lot. I probably should have, do you know what? You know what I should have done? I should have decorated it before I stuck it on. Oh well. Learn by your mistakes, Kay. Okay, should I do it that way around? I'm going to do that way around. Why not? And I know I've got too much, so I have to trim it off. I hope you don't mind me sort of crafting along on the video. Hope you're joining me, relaxing. I don't mind watching other people create things. I shouldn't say I don't mind. I quite enjoy it, I should say, rather than I don't mind. I quite enjoy watching other people make things, and the ideas they come up with are always very, I always find very impressive. So we're going to do a little bit of a, so hopefully we can get this right, a little bit of a clip here. Probably won't go in there now. Okay. That's all right. I'm going to use a little bit of a strip left over down the bottom here. Just got the sides. I might use some washi tape for that, if I can find some washi tape that goes. Oh, it's not coming up. I quite like the way that sort of peeks through like that. It feels all fluffy and nice. Something a bit different for me, which would be good. Alright, so then later on I can do, if I wanted to, I could just do the sides here. Maybe have a label there, maybe. Are there any labels in here? Any words? I can't remember. Yes, but they're all probably, I don't know. Click. I could do that one. Or perfect. I'll have to think about it. I'm not too sure what to use there. Got all these other words. Let's have a look. Good things, like a banner, birthday ones, because these are collections for card making as well as for scrapbooking. But I turn them into other things. Oh, there's a thing we can use on the top here. Let's do that. I'll think about a word, and we'll think about a word after, and we could put this on the top here as a pull out for today. Maybe. I can't decide. And I've just realised something. This is just, didn't cut that very straight. Side. Right. Okay. We're just going to cut that off and use that. Look, these all, like I said, these all come in the kit, so it's really good that you don't have to create too many new things. Not that I mind creating new things. I quite enjoy creating new things, don't get me wrong, but things are done for you. Makes life a little bit easier. Do I want to have a back? Different colour back? Why not? Why not? It's not even K. You can cut it evenly. Okay, that'll do. I didn't get very far today, did I? That's why, you know, I really enjoy junk journaling, because it's just the time, it's relaxing, it's just therapeutic. I don't know all those words to describe. It's just fun. So enjoyable. I could do this for ages, but I won't put you to that. I might probably turn you off in a minute, and we could put perfect in there, couldn't we? Or we could get another word out instead. Make your own word, okay? Whoop. Just come off. Went too far with the pulling it. So I've got some stickers here also from Uniquely Creative, and I might use, oops, these ones here. And what shall I have? What word shall I put? Dream. Relax. I think relax, because she looks relaxed. It all fits on. But I haven't got far enough over K. Probably haven't got, just have a look at where the X is going to go. No. Oops, it's not going to come off. Just using the little knife here just to help me with the positioning. Is that going to go in there, do you reckon? Barely. Just going to move this L over a little bit. You have to laugh when things just don't go quite smoothly. And I don't always explain why I'm laughing, and I should probably. Sorry. But I generally laugh because things are not going right, or I've made a mistake, or it's not as easy as I thought. Relax. And I probably should have just left, oh heck, should have just left the border there so I could see it. That's all right. I'll put a bit of lace there. Let's have a look. This lace is too big. And I don't think I've got any narrow lace to go along there. And in this particular box, I've got lots of boxes. And I don't think the rose ones I've got there is too big. I might have to get some of my narrow lace, which is in another container. Don't ask me how many containers I've got of these of lace. Quite a few, but you know, I don't want to run out. Hilarious, okay? And that's why I'm trying very hard to use it. I'll have to find some lace to go on there. Anyway, I think that's enough for today, and I might do some off camera and I'll show you what I've done. And I know I was going to say I was going to do sort of way from the start to finish, but doing that is going to take me forever. So, and I don't want to bore you, so I'm just going to do a little bit at a time and then show you as I go along. And just need to cover the back here with something, or else I'll have to find something to put there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and have a go at making a waterfall journal. It'll be fun. And I put the link to our gal's channel at the beginning of this video, the last time when I started the waterfall journal. Get your words out, okay? So hopefully you'll check. I couldn't copy the link to the exact video, but if you look for waterfall journals, she only started it last week, so you should be able to find it pretty easily. Was it last week before? Not long ago anyway, so should be relatively easy to find. So have a check it out, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for being here again. Bye bye.